You are now going to perform what's called a single leg deadlift. I want you to take off your shoes for this one, especially if you're someone who's wearing shoes with a little bit of cushion at the bottom and you're getting that support. That's not really going to help you with this exercise because it's going to be hard for you to really focus on your balance, especially in the beginning. And overall, it's so much better whenever you're training legs to always wear shoes that are completely flat or to take your shoes off to really make sure that you're engaging the muscles in your feet, especially if you're someone who's dealing with flat feet, okay? We don't want the support. We want to focus on training those muscles so we can help our feet, okay? So what you're going to do in this exercise is you're going to be kicking your leg back as you lean forward towards the floor. Now, there are a couple of points that I want you to pay attention to, mainly your hips, because if you're not used to doing this exercise and your butt is not strong enough, what's going to happen? Your hips are going to rotate outward like that, okay? Because the butt right here is not strong enough to take in the exercise. So make sure that you're focusing on your hips. If you got to film yourself to make sure that you're doing it correctly, in the beginning, it's going to be a challenge, but you're just going to get stronger as you go, okay? So if you see that you're really struggling with your hips, what you can do is you can bring the foot that's kicking back, rotate it inward like that, and that will help to align the hip, okay? Make sure when you're doing this, your chest is always upright. You already know. You don't want to be hunching. Always start with a hinge like that, okay? So as you come down, you're going to bring your upper body down and you're going to kick your leg back at the same time, okay? Make sure it's at the same time so that you're creating that balance, okay? Now there's different ways you can do this. As a beginner, what you can do is you can, as if you're just going to put your feet on, your hands onto the floor, okay, in the beginning, and you're going to kick back. Now you want to have your toes facing the floor, okay, and lock in that leg. You can bend it in the beginning, but eventually we're going to start locking it with certain exercises, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to bend your right knee, okay? You're going to lift your left leg up, and you're just going to keep your chest up, and as you come down, you're kicking your foot back, okay? Now you're going to touch the floor, keeping the chest up and not like that. Try to lock it in. If you're not that flexible, bend your knee slightly more on the right. And then shoot up. Slower down, faster up. Another way of doing it, you can bring your left hand out, the one that's kicking back. If your left leg is kicking back, your left hand is coming out, and your right hand onto your hip. Thumb upward, and then that will help you to balance yourself, okay? And make sure you're thinking of those hips, all right? Ready? We're going to do 10 repetitions because this is a very challenging exercise, okay? So what's important is that you do it correctly. And I know a lot of people, they struggle with this exercise a lot, okay? Ready? Get set. And you can have something on the side of you, I forgot to mention. Now, not on the side of you, in front of you. If it's on the side, what's going to happen as you come down, you might rotate because depending on where you put whatever you're holding on. So what you can do is have something in front of you instead of on the side because you don't want to rotate, okay? Ready? Get set. And bend your right knee. Kick that leg out, toes down, and up. 1. Slowly back. And 2. Good. And 3. Excellent. And 4. Good. 5. Whoop. Here we go. 6. Don't worry if you lose balance. Just get back to it. 7. 8. 9. One more. And 10. Good job, okay? It's okay if it's super challenging. You already know every week you're just going to get better and better. So you want to have a short break unless your heart rate is up like crazy. 20, 30 seconds break before you move on to your next leg.